Bangla Academy, citizens of the world, in love with Bangladesh and its kind and friendly people. And I'm very honored to have this opportunity to read a few of my poems today. I'm going to read the first of them in Swedish, and then I'm going to read 3 of my poems in English, which is not my mother tongue, so you may have excuse some wrong saying. I start in Swedish. Under resan uppträder han nyfiket, frågar om medresenärernas bakgrunder, resonerar om sådant de finner intressant och kan saker om deras hemstäder, favoritförfattare och idrottsmän. Blir ingen fluga runt deras ögonglober som jag blir. Hans moral är oklandrig, säger någon. Av princip har han inget ramschema i skolan. Han driver samhällets fotbollslag och dess ungdomar. Han skriver artiklar om politikens lättja i lokaltidningen. Och kan allt om litteratur, men utan att bli en särling som jag blir. En sommar hjälper han mig att flytta. Tröstar när dammet virvlar upp under soffan. Och klättrar in i skåpet när en lampa kommer i kläm. Det andra lasset och svetten rinner när han berättar att han drivs av rädsla och måste kontrollera sin omgivning och därför uppfattas som social, men innerst inne är asocial, som jag är. Now I'm going to take the same poem in English. It's called a social champ. During the trip, he appears to be curious, asking about fellow passengers' background, reasoning about things they found interesting, and know things about their hometowns. Favorite writers and athletes does not become a fly around their eyeballs like I do. His morals are impeccable, says someone. He runs the society's football team and its youths. He writes articles about politicians' laziness in the local newspaper and knows everything about literature, but without being an eccentric like I become. One summer, he helps me move house, console when the dust under the sofa swells up, and climbs into the cabinet with a lamp ball. The second load, and we're sweating when we says he's driven by fear and just controlling his environment and therefore perceived as social, but deep in he's antisocial, like I am. I am also a teacher, and the last 2 of my poems that I'm going to read for you is from school. Their motives are basically school poems. The first called Dante. I'm talking a long time about Dante. First of all, hell, purgatory, heaven, about his moral map. When I ask the students to categorize contemporary morality in a 9-step deep hell funnel, and like gods inflict punishment for the culprits, they illuminate and grab their pens. But one student, completely still, does not want to work but linger when the others go. None of us can describe heaven, but everyone loves to punish and indulge in torture. What does that say about us, about you? Are we more fascinated by evil because we are accustomed to goodness, or because? I answer, nothing at all. second poem is called The Nature. Before you go into that classroom, you must know what to say, how to charm them. What is the nature, I say to a training teacher. They eat you advice, as zombies, with an inherent frantic hunger to devour your teacher being. The zombies don't hunger, he said, and smiles, fleshy. Afterward, he has performed the lesson of his life, while the students poked at the screens. He was right. He made them rather zombient than approach their hungry nature. Thank you.
Literary critic, essayist and poet, and as well as novelist. And he owned several awards in Europe and his country. So, because of lack of time, I'm not introducing Peter as a whole. And now I'd like to request Cindy Lynn Brown to read out her poem, because at the earlier session perhaps he has already spoken. Cindy Lynn Brown.
Okay. From 2011, looks like this. And the Danish title is Rigtige børn vokser ikke op i forbifarten. In English that would mean real children don't grow up in passing. When I wrote this book, I was thinking about the fact that we live in an information society. That's what we're told all the time, and that it's not only information that we receive, but it's also lots of voices from different authorities and from the media telling us what to do, what to think, and what to eat, and what to worry about. So all the titles of all of these poems come from the media, from different TV programs and magazines and newspapers, and a lot of them are polyphonic. A lot of them have a lot of different voices interrupting each other all the time. So I will read, I think, one in Danish and then a few in English, just so you can get the feel of it in Danish. Bagage og andre personlige ejendele frabedes i midtergangen. Min hånd i dit pjuskede morgenhår. Æbler gør fingre fedtede. Ikke mindst børnefingre. Frakken på gulvet tiltrer ikke. Armani under andre passagerers støvler. Hver og en i fosterstilling. Avisen er overflødig. En iPad klarer alt. Og du kan føle dig frank og fri som en gråspurv eller en rugbrød med leverpostej i fint foldet stanniol. Det er muligt at danse i skoven om natten, følge skinnerne tilbage, undgå unødig støj og før kun dæmpede samtaler. 225.371 personer synes godt om den nye Black Xbox app. Måske et klik var på sin plads, i stedet for altid at fraternisere i hjørnet med de der fordømte sommerfugle. And I'm going to read some streetwise. In Danish it's called Hus Forbi, and this is a magazine that the homeless people sell, and the money from the sale goes to shelters. I don't know if you have an equivalent of that in Bangladesh, but it's the paper for homeless people. And on the sidewalk, the faces distort on the front page of the tabloid. In 7-Eleven, you can buy chicken sticks, sausage buns, warm coffee variations, and Ben & Jerry's. On Sundays, there's a line. In front of 7-Eleven, you can sit on the steps with your beer, arguing with the others. Voices rub into one another, creating a scream, a cape around a group of people, making them invisible to another group of people. Holes in the asphalt we have to jump over. It's hard to have a phobia of cement. It's hard to appropriate a step of stairs, mark it with plastic bags and blankets, make it inaccessibly private. There are one more than once. They are your hallway, your wardrobe against strangers. You can consider suitable lighting. You should use blue in the hallway. It will bolster your personal development, especially when the front door faces west. Embittered seagulls look at each other from behind and steal bits of pizza slices. Crows knock over filled bins at closing time, spreading bits of cardboard all over their territory. Decorative lumps of white with accompaniments. White enhances creativity and should always be present in the children's room, which should face south. The crows kick, and between the roofs, a floating starvation, a fragile hand resting on a knee, a confused gust of wind on its way home. No, you are not adrift at all. You are serene as a thermos steaming in the twilight. Absence of voices and plastic bags, shop grills lowering. The step is cooler now, but it doesn't budge.